I could get a U.S. passport so I could travel all over the world. So I'm very, very grateful for my U.S. citizenship. I did go to college, and I graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts. And then I also went to graduate school and studied history, so that's why I'm here. And so my U.S. citizenship allowed me to pursue my passions of art and history, so I'm extremely grateful for that. I wanted to leave you guys with a quote for President Truman. I feel very honored to be working here for the Truman Library. President Truman built this in 1957. We opened in 1957, and he spoke on the stage many times, and we've had Madeleine Albright, we've had President Clinton, we've had we've had a lot of speakers here on this stage. So I wanted to leave you with a quote from President Truman. And he gave this remark to the delegates of the 5th Annual Conference on Citizenship on May 13, 1950. He said, "I think the greatest honor in the world is to simply be a citizen of the United States. You have more rights than any other country in the world provides its citizens, individual rights which are protected by the law." Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. And so at some point when I'm reading this speech, if I get some of my facts wrong, I'll expect you to correct me. But I am a lawyer at heart, and they gave me a microphone, so I do have to talk. But it's my great pleasure to welcome you to citizenship in what I believe to be the best country in the world. Naturalization ceremonies are beloved by all the judges in the Western District of Missouri, and I had to sign up early to get this one. I welcome you to a country which has again and again proven to the world that it has integrity and ideals which survive all tests of human frailty and human errors. No nation on earth was ever founded with such a burning desire to have a country that would guarantee to every citizen all those basic rights that assure human dignity and freedom and life and property and happiness. We reassert our belief in and dedication to those ideals every time we invite someone to become a new citizen. At the heart of our nation is our Constitution, which is the product of great and eternal wisdom, expressing freedom and rights obtained and preserved by the blood and sacrifice of our forefathers and soldiers still today. It was signed in 1787, and for over 200 years, our Constitution has been a symbol of our capacity to govern ourselves. It has fostered government of, by, and for the people. From its wisdom flows concepts of liberty and justice and human dignity for all. The Constitution is a living document, and it is just as relevant today as it was in 1787. The Constitution still remains a certain guarantee of our basic rights. It is still the promise of protection from government and by government. But liberty is a blessing that must be constantly nurtured. In this rapidly changing world, every American must understand the system of government by which we live and to do his or her best to make it even better. Good citizenship and our Constitution are inseparable. Both must walk in unison, or neither can survive. The United States is a land of but one people, gathered from many countries, and as citizens, we are all sworn to a single loyalty. We witness to the world the good, the strength, the wisdom, the courage, and the love that comes to us from afar and finds proper nurture in this fertile field called America. For being a good American does not depend on whether one is foreign-born or native-born, but whether he or she lives the ideals and carries out the duties and the responsibilities of citizenship. I truly feel honored to be able to be here and speak at the Presidential Harry S. Truman Library. Of President Truman's many accomplishments, I appreciate his ability to learn and to change. Truman's mother's side of his family was so embedded with the Confederacy of our country during the Civil War that some say she even refused to sleep in the Lincoln bedroom. His relatives on both sides owned slaves. Truman even attended a meeting with the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, until he figured out what they want and he walked out. Like Truman, we all have the power to take a different path. His friend from the Army was a young Jewish man named Eddie Jacobson. They started a clothing shop together, and Eddie even worked with then Senator Truman to help get Jews out of Nazi Germany. As president, Harry was as shocked at the racist treatment of African Americans coming back from World War II. Not only did Truman integrate the military, but a particularly horrible incident involving a police officer in South Carolina blinding a World War II veteran in uniform pushed Harry Truman to more aggressively embrace civil rights. He was the first president to address the NAACP, in which he spoke of a guarantee of freedom and equality to all citizens, which includes you. Am I getting any of that wrong?
No, I'm surprised. I want to hire you as a volunteer.
Just a brief word about your obligation to your national heritage. While your adopted homeland demands and deserves your complete allegiance, which you've just sworn today, you are fortunate to have and should have concern about the land and the people of your birth. In making you one of us, we Americans do not expect you to abandon the rich heritage from which you have come. You must nurse those memories and teach them to your children. Enjoy your ethnic and national communities all the time, using them as building blocks for a better and more productive life in this new homeland of yours. So from now on, it is your sacred and sworn responsibility to uphold and defend our Constitution, from which spring your blessings and your rights and your freedom and your liberty. Understanding our system of government to you, our newest citizens, is a wonderful heritage. You must appreciate this importance of this heritage and cherish it and defend it, as did those who made it possible for you. For freedom and democracy, while a heritage must be secured by each generation. So how do you do that? You've already heard, exercise your right at the ballot. Participate, not just in big presidential elections, but in state elections and municipal elections. Learn about the issues and vote intelligently. Be patriotic. If we're to continue to enjoy the fruits of liberty, we can do no less than follow the example of the men and women who fought for these rights. And participate in the affairs of your city. Support your schools and charities and religious and service organizations. While we're not perfect as a nation, we've always been able to improve, and we count on you to help us do that. So in closing, I wish for you all the good things in life. This is an exciting moment for me, probably even more exciting for you. Please join me in closing this proceeding with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. For the Missouri Sons of the American Revolution, thank you for your service. Please post to retire the colors. Yeah, we'll stay.
face.
Commander, retire the colors.
Retrieve national colors. Retrieve remaining colors. Right face. Forward, march.
Again, congratulations. You're the newest citizens of the United States of America. If you have just a second afterwards, I'd love to take my picture with you right outside here. But we're going to be flipping and get the other 50 folks in here right afterwards. And we have 300 cupcakes, so be sure to